This table is about Kerry and Netanyahu to meet in Rome to discuss Iran. In fact, also the peace talks. But in this table that we are going to see, we see what really will come out from this discussion about Iran. So let us see what the table tells us, the tables which appears really in the book of Deuteronomy. And this is the best meeting, really, looking for best meetings of John Kerry. Can you see John Kerry come here with Netanyahu, letter after letter. And this was the best meeting, and then we realized it came really the book of Deuteronomy, which is against our thousand. And also we are amazed to see that the date of this year, which is Bet Tavshinayin Dalet, in 5074, years after creation, it is 2013, where we are now. But amazingly, it came here exactly with this meeting. Also Rome also appears, it is a Roma, it took place in Rome. And the most interesting thing is for us, as we believe in God and we know quite well that everything that is happening, and if Israel are in such a situation which is really threatening them, it means that we have to improve our ways. We have to follow God's commandments, keep Torah, keeping Shabbat, keeping anything, and not, unfortunately, it's now a situation fighting a lot against Haredi, Orthodox. Now, what we have here is amazing. As we find here, what will be with this meeting, so it's written here, Nichshal, it will stumble. It means that Netanyahu will not be successful, and Iran will carry on with producing atom, and who knows if they will not come to the atom bomb. And as it looked like that the state Obama will not really do what Netanyahu wants to do, to completely cancel all this connection and not to do anything to the sanctions, should carry on. But as we see clearly here, interesting that it will nichshal, minimal, skip really, and with Iran. This meeting about Iran will stumble, and the reason is, as we mentioned in other tables, that unfortunately how rabbis tell us, the Talmud said that if Jews will not keep Torah, will not listen to God, will transgress Torah, so God will appoint a cruel leader like Aman in Persia, and today we have Rouhani, before you have Ahmadinejad, and the same thing, and Hamani definitely, that want to destroy them. So this is clearly telling us that, unfortunately, what Netanyahu wants, he will not get, and the reason is, why? תשמע בקול השם אלוקיך לשמור עצותיו, to keep his commandments and his laws, הכתובה, which is in this Torah, כי תשוב, that you will return to God, exactly what our rabbis tell us, that this situation that Israel will be in, will force them to turn back to God. And then to have Mashiach, amazing, comes in the same line, Mashiach, as this will be stumbled, and Iran come, unfortunately, a threat to Israel, and then Mashiach will come. And what is really also interesting, that exactly here comes the Torah in the prophecy, that in future, in future these evil troubles will come upon you. And why? In the end of days, interesting, end of days, exactly all this that we are now, all these are days of the end of days, yeah. And lekeon kitasu, because you are doing the evil in the eyes of God, to make him cross, definitely not keeping Torah, fighting against Torah, fighting against the Haredim, fighting against the Shabbat, and purity of the family life. Definitely all this makes God cross, and we see clearly that all this what Israel tried to get, they cannot get, because as we said, this is the purpose of this thing. So again, as we said, John Kerry coming with Netanyahu, meeting, and this year, which is minimal, with Tavshinayin Dalet, and in Rome, and as we said, unfortunately, this threat, and also as we pointed out, that our rabbis tell us that this expression, Bekarat etchem hara b'achrit yamim, refers to the Arabs, Ishmael, who also the same thing expression comes, Bekarat Shmo Ishmael, which is exactly today, but we have this Islam, the Islam is the greatest danger in Israel. So, let us hope that really realizing the greatness of Torah, really have minimal things coming together, meetings, and exactly the right verses. Let us really strengthen our belief in God, keeping Torah, keeping commandments, and then we'll have soon in our time Mashiach coming.